Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I have an aesthetic game to share with you from 1985. On the white end, Susan Polgar playing against Peter Hardicsay. Alright, a 22-move game out of the Benoni. After the exchanges here on d5, we have the typical Benoni majorities, queen side for black and center for white. Let's get a few more healthy moves in here. Targeting a base point. a6. The most popular response to a6 is a4, holding up the advance of black's majority. Polgar plays it with e4 instead. Another pawn in the center, bishop ready to go. Black's response is bishop g7. I was curious. Wait a second, a4 holds up b5, a4 not played. What's happening if b5 is played now? Computer notes h3 is a top move. Prevent the light square bishop for knight exchange. This is a piece that frequently doesn't really have a wonderful say within this structure. Would like to exchange itself. Can't do that now. And I took this out a bit more. Wait a second, can this knight now not be kicked from its defensive e4? What's happening in the case of b4 and knight takes e4? This would be very dangerous for black to play in this way. After bishop d3, it points out there's only one move to sort of keep black in the game. f5, and from there it says increase the pressure on the knight. Evaluation approaching +1. Here's the thing, if the knight simply falls back, look at the development white has here. Nearly everything for black on the back rank. It may be the case black can never get the king castled. Rook on e1 check, bishop block, bishop h6, good luck to the black king. Okay, black in this case does not roll with the majority. Continues with development, bishop g7, queen a4 check. Black punches back. b5, you can take on b5. There's a pin on the a file. At the top, the computer points out knight f to d7, unmasking the bishop. Also, the queen's eyes are obstructed. Doesn't defend directly in d6, but it is defended indirectly. It points out queen c2 from here, a top move, securing b2 with queen e7, securing e6 to follow. The problem here for white, collecting d6, that can be met with queen b6, a very nice double attack. And white's going to experience a problem on this long diagonal. Okay, we see in this game bishop d7, queen b3. This is now a weak point. And from here, black comes up with this idea to try and stir up trouble on the king side, plays bishop g4. Turns out to be a blunder, but Polgar will have to find a few accurate moves to defend, and only then will we see the tables really turn in really spectacular fashion. One of the top moves from here, it points out, just go back home and admit that you've gifted white a tempo. These last two moves, queen a4, queen b3, bishop d7, it says go back home, play that position, white back on move. Problem here, playing b5, you can now collect that d6 pawn. And also, if you're trying to secure both points like this, e5 is considered very strong. Blasting open the center straight away. Queen is not feeling comfortable. Okay, black's play here is with bishop g4. Queen captures b7. Bishop captures knight. And from here we have queen captures rook. This is the top way to play it. If you simply recapture here, the top response for black is knight h5. Note there's no time here to connect knights, have the queen defend the rook, because this pawn would drop. Tremendous piece. Passed pawn. Can't castle. You can't even challenge the queen. This is too great a pawn to give up. The top response, if white is recapturing on f3, knight h5. And if, let's say, bishop captures d6, queen captures bishop, queen captures rook, the evaluation here is reading about plus 0.7. I believe I'm taking black in this position. I really like the dark square grip that black has over the position. This light square bishop, not quite sure what productive role it will really ever play. Anyhow, there is clear dark square compensation for the exchange here. All right. We don't see the recapture on f3. Queen captures rook, knight captures e4, and from here some defense by the queen rook. Rook c1 is played, c3 secure. The problem for white, if you simply capture the knight to release the pressure here on c3, knight exchange, it prefers black straight away. These bishops are very dangerous. There's pressure on g2. How do you complete castle? How do you get castled kingside? Bishop move drops g2. If you're playing f3, okay, the bishop backs off. Bishop d4 may be there, knifing in, preventing castling. Black is only 2 moves out from getting to this only open file. This could easily be a problem for white if white is capturing here on e4. What we have is rook c1, bishop d4, and rook c2. 2 tasks for the rook. Everything is secure. This is a winning approach for white. Successful defense. Black at this stage crashes through on f2 and then rescues the bishop. Pop quiz. How would you continue here? Feel free to pause the video. Okay, beautiful finish to this one. The light square bishop is not needed for the successful attack, so Polgar gets rid of it forcefully with check. Pawn captures bishop. This clears the way for the rook to now enter with check. Crushing idea. King f8 is played here. If king d7, there's queen b7 check. Black's only move would be to block with the queen. The king is the queen's lone defender, and it can be deflected with rook e7. The queen falls next. So the king goes to f8. Bishop h6 check. King g8. And this may now be an idea. Check. Take this bishop pound for pound in this position, the dark square bishop, king. Restricting the king and rook. Not a single legal move because of this bishop. From here we have rook e7, interfering with queen h4. The rook, poison. Queen takes rook, queen takes knight. The back rank will be exploited. Checkmate in 2 from there. From here we have bishop d7, pop quiz. How would you continue here? Feel free to pause the video. Okay, we have beautiful finish. Queen captures knight, queen captures queen, and move 22, knight e4, black resigns. Not a single move can prevent knight f6 next for checkmate. Not even moving the pawn. You got that square covered. There's no running. What a cool finish. I want to also point out another very pretty sequence. You could have also started here with knight e4. Allow the rook to be captured, then take the knight, and after the bishop blocks, sacrifice the queen at this stage with then knight f6 mate. Either way, it's a tough call. Both of them are very pretty sequences. Okay, how it was playing out in this one, we saw the queen sack straight away. And I think I'm actually leaning towards this path that we saw in the game. This idea, the silent final move, silent but deadly, no capture, no check, but unavoidable mate next on f6. Anyhow, your thoughts with this one, feel free, as usual, to leave any feedback to this video in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe took a thing or two away. That's all for now. Take care.